Alright, I'm going to show you how to turn a hatch into a region. You could also turn it into, let's see, I forgot what it's called. I'll show you right now. You click the hatch, then you go right here, recreate. It's a region or polyline. So like I showed you before, polyline. Turn it into a polyline. You say, it asks you if you want to reassociate the hatch. No, we don't need to in this particular case. Now you see how this came up 10. You're gonna want to actually, I won't do it yet because I'm gonna delete it, but here it's just this is what you call a hatch here. And once you recreate this, you do it to be able to take it from Autocad, which we're in, into Revit, which is where we render it and make it look like it actually would in real life, as close as we possibly could on the computer. So in this case, we don't need to use polyline. We actually use region. So recreate region. No, we don't need to reassociate the hatch. Okay, here now, if I go to, well, before I show you that, I should probably show you that this came out beige because the layer I was on, you'll see it up at the top right here, it says beige rubber. This actually is grass, the turf hatch. It's a hatching for grass. So I do have a grass layer, so what I do is basically make sure I change it to the actual layer I'm going to be rendering, and there it is, grass right there. So now when I go here, you'll be able to tell what you turn into a solid, and that's what's going to be rendered. You see how these hatches are still, I still didn't create anything out of it, didn't create a region, didn't create a polyline. I'll show you, watch, when I go back to wireframe, this is wireframe, and this is model conceptual, and there's a bunch of different kinds, shade, sketch, but for now we only need to work with these two. Watch what happens when I recreate to polyline. Reassociate the hatch? No, we don't need to reassociate the hatch. Okay, so now I recreated polyline. Look at this when I change it to conceptual. It's not a solid, it's just lines. So if you were to import that into Revit, it wouldn't do anything. It'd just be the lines. And that's why I learned that you have to recreate to region. And I'm going to do that here. So here we go. Recreate region. Change it to the proper layer in which we're going to render grass. And if you're going to explode, if you want to be able to adjust each one of these alone within Revit, we started in Autocad, which is what we're in now, and we're going to take it in Revit. If you want to be able to modify these two separately, you're going to have to turn each one into a block, because what happens is in Revit you explode it, and what exploding does, if you don't create each one of these to a block, it'll just disintegrate it. It won't even exist. It'll be gone. So if you don't block things, the whole drawing is going to be a block, and once you explode it, whatever's not a block is going to be gone, and it's not going to be a 3D model anymore, or any type of surface for that matter. I know this is all confusing, but it'll make sense. just give it some time to click. But yeah, that's how we create a region out of a hatch. Alright, so next video will show you how to turn the actual model we just made, the region, and how to import it into Revit, and then how to basically assign the layer a material to actually look like whatever you choose to. So if I wanted to take this and turn it into a what am I going to turn it into? Let me think. So if I could change it, I could assign any material layer to it. I can assign make this look like wood. I can make it look like stucco. I can make it look like asphalt. I can make it look like whatever you choose, whatever you name it. But I'm gonna be turning these blocks into grass. So I'll turn this one into a block. Grass 1. Block grass 2. And that's how you do it.